Today is Friday, February 7, 2025. This is the 6 p.m. edition of Kear Newsline. 45 minutes of the most recent news reporting about Liberia and the rest of our own world. I'm Lee Monjue presenting. In the headlines, President Joseph Boakai breaks grounds for the construction of Liberia's National Resource Center for persons living with disabilities, assuring his government's commitment to providing equal opportunities for Liberians. Liberia's Crusaders for Peace president Julie Andy rallies government support to abort female genital mutilation in Liberia. Ambassador Andy says FGM remains a matter of national concern. At least two persons sustained bullet injuries while four houses burned following a land dispute between two towns in Kwalakent Tra District, Grand Creek County. And away from Liberia, dozens of countries have expressed unwavering support for the International Criminal Court (ICC) after U.S. President Donald Trump imposed sanctions on its staff. These plus our news bulletin, the voices of the newsmakers, details of our foreign development are all packaged. But first, Mariama and Jalloh and the news bulletin. Good evening, Mariama.
Good evening, Lee Monjue, and good evening, Liberia. President Joseph Walker has broken grounds for the construction of Liberia's first National Resource Center for persons with disabilities and a group of 77 residents in District 17. Speaking during the groundbreaking ceremony on Friday, President Walker emphasized his government's commitment in art of the Art Cultural Gallery at the Ministry of Information reflects the moment of display of the nation's rich cultural heritage. At least two individuals were shot and four houses burned down in Kawalakin Thread District, Grand Creek County late Thursday. The incident is a result of a land dispute between two towns, resulting to a serious clash despite interventions from local authorities. According to reports, one victim who sustained severe gunshot injuries is currently seeking treatment at the J.J. Dawson Hospital in Harper. Medical examinations revealed that at least 10 single barrel bullets were lodged in his body. Another injured individual reportedly received first aid treatment on the site. The land dispute between the two towns, which dates back several years ago, has become increasingly tense despite previous intervention. Authorities are yet to confirm additional details in investigation continues. The faculty and staff of Grand Bassa University have officially presented a resolution to the interim leadership demanding salary adjustment to match those of other public universities in Liberia. In a release, the faculty and staff cited persistently to wages as a major hindrance to the institution's operation, stressing that it has disrupted academic activities multiple times due to aggrieved employees' action. The release noted that the demand for salary increment is not new, as faculty and staff have pushed for a fair compensation. Prior to the interim leadership of Dr. Samuel Reeves, they were assured that the issue would be addressed to restore the university to normality. The release, however, indicated that despite Dr. Reeves' recent announcement that the faculty and staff would receive a pay increase beginning January 2025, the team argues that this solution falls short of meeting their demands. In their 8 counts resolution, they have given the interim leadership management team a 3 working day ultimatum to implement the necessary salary adjustment. They vow to initiate a what they describe as a stay-home action in an attempt for their demands not to be met within the stipulated time frame. Liberia Electricity Corporation has announced a significant step towards enhancing the country's energy security. LEC revealed that it has signed MOU with TVA with the deployment of 100 megawatts of additional power generation capacity comprising 800 megawatts from natural gas, thermal energy, and 20 megawatts from solar energy. According to an LEC release, such project is expected to be installed in the shortest possible time to further strengthen Liberia's electricity infrastructure. The release stated that such project aims to significantly reduce Liberia's energy deficit, improve grid stability, and support economic growth by providing affordable and reliable electricity to households, businesses, and industries across the country. This initiative and other ongoing projects reflect commitment by scaling up power generation in Liberia to meet growing demand and ensure long-term energy sustainability. The release added that an addition of 37 370 megawatts through these projects will not only enhance reliability but also support industrialization and economic expansion. The Chief Executive Officer of the National Oil Company of Liberia, Madame Rostolin Swakuku Dennis, is facing an investigation by the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission over allegations of financial mismanagement and corruption. The investigation, initiated on February 4, 2025, focuses on accusations that Dennis approved inflated contracts, misused public funds, and engaged in improper dealings for personal and political gains. Allegations include purchases of an overpriced 75,000 vehicle from Cactus Motors and the approval of a questionable 585,000 consultancy contract with West Africa Geoservices, violating procurement laws. The LACC probe also extends to the misuse of no-cost corporate social responsibility funds, with reports suggesting that Dennis diverted funds meant for community development to reward political supporters in Montserrat County. Critics have argued that her actions reflect a troubling culture of corruption under the administration of President Joseph Walker, with social justice advocates accusing the local boss of undermining accountability for the state owned enterprise. In response, Dennis has denied the allegations, particularly the claims surrounding the vehicle, stating that the accusations are misleading. She further clarified that as CEO, she required a separate official vehicle for confidentiality and trust. Despite her defense, the LACC has summoned Denise for questioning, demanding that she provide relevant documents to support her testimony, aimed public skepticism over whether the investigation will lead to meaningful action against high-ranking officials. The county education officer at the Ministry of Education, Margibi County Chapter, Robert Ceze, is urging Liberian parents to provide mentorship for their schools-going children to ensure they achieve quality education. Zeze said despite school authorities' efforts in providing the needed academic materials, it is important for kids to be monitored by their parents. He acknowledged several challenges faced by students in acquiring quality education, but vowed to ensure public schools in the county are well equipped. According to him, despite challenges in the education sector, it is important for citizens to get quality education at all levels, noting that education is the surest way to national success. The Magabe County Educational Officer, however, attributed the high increase in tuition at private institutions to the lack of improvement at government institutions. A non-governmental organization under the Bino local group Margibi Women in collaboration with Kakata City Corporation participated in a one-day cleaning exercise as part of their best hygiene practices. The group was led by business tycoon, physical assistants, school administrators, marketers, nurses, among others. Speaking to reporters during the exercise, the group president, Madam Woki Salif, stated that the cleaning up exercise is a reassurance of the group dedication to ensure a sustainable, healthy environment. According to her, such exercise is also intended to buttress the government's effort to ensure a clean and green country. For his part, Kakata City Mayor Banongo Sibo expressed gratitude to the women for the timely effort applied. She indicated that such would serve as a wake-up call for other groups within Kakata to emulate the good example of the health workers. The Ministry of Commerce and Industry, in collaboration with the Liberia Petroleum Refinery Company, announced a new price ceiling for petroleum products in Liberia that begin effectively February 6, 2025. According to a release issued after close consultations with the Liberia Petroleum Refining Company and the Ministry of Commerce, fuel oil and gasoline prices have been increased by USD 5 cents. The new price structure places the wholesale selling price for gasoline at US $3.68 and fuel at US $3.98. For retail pump price, gasoline is now sold for US 3.96 or its equivalent to 790 Liberian dollar, with while fuel oil is being sold for US 4.26 or equivalent of 850 Liberian dollar. The release noted that the prices are based on the Central Bank of Liberia exchange rate of February 3, 2025, which places the value of 1 USD at $198.82. The Ministry of Commerce and Industry said their inspectorate team will closely monitor the market to ensure the approved prices are adhered to. This move aims to prevent arbitrary hikes in fuel prices at local pumps, ensuring fairness for consumers. Additionally, the ministry stated that they would monitor the competitive practices of importers to ensure that no one undercuts fellow competitors in the market, preserving healthy competition within the sector. The Liberia National Red Cross Society (LNRC) has launched a two-day fluoride stimulation exercise in Robertsport, Grand Cape County. The exercise aims to assess the preparedness and response capacity of the Liberian Red Cross and its partners in handling disaster risks effectively, highlighting the importance of strengthening Liberia's disaster preparedness and response capacity. Head of program Christopher Johnson emphasized the need to protect lives and communities. The the theme of the exercise, strengthening community resilience through early warning and coordinated flood response, reflects a proactive approach to ensure a coordinated and effective response to future flood emergencies. Grand Cape Mount County is known as one of the most flood prone regions in Liberia, with seasonal flooding leading to displacement, infrastructure lives. A woman believed to be her 50s is calling on humanitarian and well-being, meaning Liberians to come to her aid. Speaking to Kear News Friday, Naomi City said while at work at the PHP Park in the afternoon hours of Thursday, February, she received a call from her daughter informing her of an alleged burglary on her house. According to Madame Sadie, when she got home, she met her house door open, adding that criminals had made way with all her belongings. Naomi Sadie alleged that criminals allegedly also made way with 20,000 Liberian dollar and 240 United States dollars. According to her, the situation made life unbearable for her and her children. That is the bulletin of news, Lee Monjue, and it is now back to you for continuation.
Mariama and Jalloh with a full bulletin of news from the news center. The news bulletin is a regular feature of Kia Newsline. Straight into our first development, President Joseph Boakai has broken grounds for the construction of Liberia's first national resource centers for persons living with disability and a group of 72nd residents in District 17. Speaking during the groundbreaking ceremony Friday, President Boakai emphasized his government commitment to ensuring a better environment for persons living with disability. The Liberian leader urged citizens to rally their support and ensure persons living with disability have equal space in the Liberian society.
The groundbreaking ceremony National Revolt Center for Women's members of this community, elders, members of the group of 77, live in Kentucky. We want to thank you so much for being here today. Oh,
Also speaking, Vice President Jeremiah Kun lauded President Bouakai for his motivational speech, noting that persons with disability are citizens like anyone and must be treated with respect and dignity.
and making sure that the peace available, I think about it peacefully. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for the leadership of Jalloh. Because apparently, you got it my first time here. Where about the word from Turkey, money was that one I picked up the five dollar price and fuel and all that things. I think, well, what kind of project you open it into? There's something I'm going to do. And when I want to say thank you for something that we show that we are working, and if I are working through, we are sure that I'm about to run. Thank you. I want to thank the Trinidad community for the support. I know most of you didn't have the chance to speak here today because of time, but I know your commitment to this country and people with disabilities. I want to thank you. I want to thank the Chinese ambassador. You always been there. I want to thank you.
Liberia Vice President Jeremiah Kun had listened to President Joseph Boakai. The county education officer at the Ministry of Education Margibi County chapter, Robert Zize, is urging Liberian parents to provide mentorship for their school-going children to ensure they achieve quality education. Zize said despite school authorities' effort in providing the needed academic materials, it is important for kids to be monitored by their parents. He acknowledged several challenges faced by students in acquiring quality education but vowed to ensure public schools in the county are well equipped.
So you see, somebody that did not go to school say that, I'm listening to the graduate. I think I did not go to graduate at that person. I think guilty. You have to work for this to be sure that it's mitigated. They cannot be validated. We should do with you, our students, to have the necessary and requisite qualification. We are training them to perform out there in our homes. We are not training our children to remain in our homes. They will go in their own homes. They will go in the homes of other people. So what is the record that they are taking to those schools? What is the record that they will be taking to those schools? They will not give the requisite, environment. Sometimes,
He is the county education officer at the Ministry of Education, Margibi County chapter, Robert Zize. Listeners, if you are just tuning, you are listening to the Friday, February 7, 2025, 6 p.m. edition of Kear Newsline. 45 minutes of news production from the News and Current Affairs Department at the Kear Communications Network. I'm Lee Monjue in the presenters chair. The stories top in the news this evening. President Joseph Boakai breaks ground for the construction of Liberia's National Resource Center for Persons with Disability, showing his government commitment to providing equal opportunities for Liberians. Liberia's Crusader for Peace president rallies government support to abort female genital mutilation in Liberia. Ambassador Julie Andy says FGM remains a matter of national concern. At least two persons sustained bullet injuries while full houses burned following a land dispute between two towns in Kwadiken Trade District, Green Creek County. And away from Liberia, dozens of countries have expressed unwavering support for the International Criminal Court after US President Donald Trump imposed sanctions on its staff. We'll take another break to be back with more developments. Region us. Liberia's Crusader for Peace President Ambassador Julie Andy wants what she described as a complete abortion of female genital mutilation in Liberia. Ambassador Julie Andy said FGM remains a matter of national concern that requires collective approach to raise adequate awareness to abolish the practice.
and the passion that the minister talked about in terms of culture and tourism. I promised in a meeting, and that meeting was held in Charles Bean Hall. The president of that meeting was the art and cultural ambassador, Ketna Kamara. And I promised the minister that we will want to work, change state of this ministry, starting with Charles Bean Hall. And the minister graciously accepted. As life, we have sunrise and sunset. Between the sunrise and the sunset is a little gap. And that gap means what you have done. You have foot free. So you not leave is foot free in anything you do. So as a legacy project, as a traditional queen of the Republic of Nigeria, I'm leading within this ministry as craft tourism. I could not sit here and don't do what I do. Yes. And I believe that creativity and imagination equals innovation. And when you are innovators, you sit down and you dream. And I remember when I'm telling Johnson, somebody said a dream is not bigger than you, then you can't dream. So today we are here to unveil a dream. I want to say to all of you that work with me, I cannot call you by name, but the minister staff, the musicians, the artists, the sculptors, the structure, everyone that works with me, the driver, the security.
Liberia's Crusader for Peace President Ambassador Julie Ndi. The Liberia National Red Cross Society has launched a 2-day float simulation exercise in Robertsport, Grand Kitman County. The exercise aims to assess the preparedness and response capacity of the Liberian Red Cross and its partners in handling disaster risks effectively, highlighting the importance of strengthening Liberia's disaster preparedness and response capacity. Liberia National Red Cross Society head of program, Christopher Johnson, emphasized the need to protect lives and communities.
What everybody talk about in this report early rule before, and early rule before is initiated our launch by the UN Secretary General who comes back to 2022. The objective of the early rule before is that by 2027, globally, the ambition is that all persons in the state of early will be covered everyone certainly capital level of framework we are leading up to the full ceremony initiative. They are actually like openness to the one, to the two, to the three, and to the four. So we are the lead along with the iPad information to the four. So this initiation exercise is part of activities that we plan to do the project over time. So the reason for our focus is that for the past decades we know that the reason for our focus is in the ground. Our focus is one of the regions or the cities in Nigeria that is heavily challenged when it comes to improve the current flooding footprint in Wildwood, and especially in two of the communities like Town, Central Ward, Batalo, and Town over the years. And we've been working with these communities at the Red Cross on the dirt that come here to do this community because it's wrong to local population, it's wrong to affect the vulnerable groups, into knowing exactly what our activities actually have taken. And one is elected to them to get the short time so that we'll be able to.
Christopher Johnson is Liberia National Red Cross Society head of program. A non-governmental organization under Ntapanda local group Magibi Women, in collaboration with Kakata City Corporation, participated in the one-day cleaning up exercise as part of their best hygiene practice. Speaking to reporters during the exercise, the group president, Madam Wuki Solif, stated that the exercise is a reassurance of the group dedication to ensure a sustainable, healthy environment. According to her, such exercise is also intended to buttress government's effort to ensure a clean and green country. Local group Margibi Women President Madam Woki Salif. A woman believed to be in her 50s calling on humanitarian and well-meaning Liberians as well as President Joseph Boakai and Vice President Jeremiah Kong to come to her aid. Speaking to Kear News Friday, Naomi City said what worked at the PHP Park on Thursday. She received a phone call from her daughter informing her of an alleged burglary on her house. She said the burglary has left her with nothing, noting that all of her belongings has been taken away.
Yesterday, I was to the site because I've been my neighbor also to the site. Now, one, two like that. My neighbor came to me with money. So I said, oh, what happened? She said, something happened. Something happened to the hall. That was, so I said, what happened? She said, that's where you go see something happened. So I was getting there. I said, but what happened? You didn't tell me. So she began to explain. She said, oh, what's our place? So I said, ah, she said, yeah. She myself went to the bus. When we went, the people crossed my room. They took all my things, my clothes, my mattress, down to cooking pot. They take everything. Then they went and bust the window because the window had Koromo. So the person went and bust the window, they see you, they wet you, they took everything from you. So the people that were in the yard, when I asked question, I said, my phone, how you happy? The other guy said, oh, myself, when I hear, I was sitting there in front there. When I asked the other person, I don't know. I met one of the people to if I nicely pick me up. I said, what happened? And when I when you no sound, yes, that so I said, ah, but we all get here, I'm here, I go to work. Then people busting my place, half my day. They are saying, you don't hear no sound at all. They telling me that they are saying, you don't hear no sound. They say, they didn't hear sound. So I was like, afraid because the window bring everything is damaged. The window that I just playable, like Kolomo. So that when the person went, so that each time they bought the Kolomo, they keep everything from there.
Meanwhile, Naomi City is calling on Liberians to help her get place to lay her head.
So wow, I bring for to do my brother, my sister then to do they must please help me when I leave from 25 hours down. You please help me to get this because I get money now, I get nothing. And I feel big now to say I can speak with people. I'm a single parent. So I beg you please help me when I for 25 hours down, 20 hours place, I get problem with it. I can find the area when road myself, I will pull that part in down. I'll be there now only smooth more until God can help me. I will get myself to this at home. So I be here. I call your phone. Because now the prayer is, it just, I really know, I don't know what to say. I don't even know what to start from.
So at exactly what time this incident took place?
I think two. Yeah, around two. People 7, the 7 and 4.
Okay, 0777.
Seven. Yeah. 2 1
21.
2 2 4.
Naomi City is a victim of a Thursday, February 6th broad day burglary. They're in conversation with Jefferson Weah about that. In foreign news, dozens of countries have expressed unwavering support for the International Criminal Court after US President Donald Trump imposed sanctions on its staff. A major member state, including the UK, Germany, and France, said the RCC was a vital pillar of the international justice system. Trump announced the sanctions after hosting Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, the first foreign leader to visit him since returning to power. Last year, the RCC issued an arrest warrant for the Israel Prime Minister over alleged war crimes in Gaza, which Israel denies, as well as a Hamas commander. The US has condemned the quote shameful memorial statement between Israel and Hamas. The US and Israel do not recognize the authority of the ICC, the only global court of powers to prosecute individuals for genocide, crimes against humanity, and war crimes. It has also previously launched investigation into US citizens. The ICC court 25 member states around the world, including the UK and many European nations. The UK, France, and Germany were among the 79 signatories to a joint statement issued on Friday to condemn Trump's executive order. Israel, the Czech Republic, Monjue, and Italy were among the absentees. That's the foreign development. Well, listeners, on that foreign note, this I would like to draw down the curtains of today's Friday, February 7, 2025, 6 p.m. edition of Kear Newsline. This has been the joint effort of the News and Current Affairs Department, yet a Kear Communications Network. Many thanks to all of our reporters, contributors, editors who have been making this edition of the program a success. Many thanks to Mariama and Jalloh, but for also full bulletin of national news. James Walkway sat at control and handled the technical aspect. Many thanks to George Kear who ensure our visibility goes beyond the studio. Before we take a leave, a relook of our headlines. President Joseph Boakai praised grounds for the construction of Liberia's National Resource Center for persons with disabilities, assuring his government's commitment to providing equal opportunities for Liberians. Liberia's Crusader for Peace president rallies government support to abort female genital mutilation in Liberia. Ambassador Julie Andy says FGM remains a matter of national concern. At long last, at least two persons sustained major bullet injuries while four houses burned following a land dispute between two towns in Kwalikin Trade District, Grenville County. Dozens of countries have expressed unwavering support for the International Criminal Court after US President Donald Trump imposed sanctions on its staff. Thanks for listening. I'm Lee Monjue. I presented. Good night.